Great, so welcome everyone. You know the rules of the game. We are here to, for our monthly My Speaker Business community call. And as you know, these calls are there for everyone that wants to step up with their speaking, to make a greater impact, to share your voice in a greater way, and to really touch more people's minds, hearts, and lives. That's what we speakers do. And as you know, every month we have a special guest with us. And these calls, as you know, are really there to help you take away some top, hands-on tips from our guest experts that you can apply right away for your speaking and your business. And I know a lot of you have been here before. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I know we are already spanning the globe here. We have someone from the US, of course, all over Europe, and then also from Australia. So really bringing the whole world together into this space right here, right now. And we don't only want to inspire you and empower you and give you valuable hints and tips. We also really, want you to ask your own personal questions as we go through the topic. And we'd like you to open a space for you to really exchange with other speakers and get help and support from others, and really let us know as well what your high priority projects are right now. So at the end of the session, why don't we just also, if any one of you would like to make a little bit of an announcement, we can do that here. And if you need any kind of support, you let us know. And also, this is your time to take a break and have fun with us. We want to make this very interactive. I mean, you're all speakers, you love to be on stage, you love to be visible. But still, let's make sure we have a sparkling recording. So please, every one of you, unmute yourself, mute yourself right now. So we have a, solid recording. I know a lot of you want to watch this again, and we have a lot of members that watch it afterwards as well. So let's make sure that that's happening. Great. So our topic today is pretty much all about the power of your voice. And as you know, as a speaker, yes, it matters what you say and how you say things, but the voice and how you appear has a much bigger impact even. Okay, and this is why today we're going to talk about and how you excite your audience with your voice, how you stand out with your voice, how you make a bigger impact with your voice. And if you really want to know more about the magic of voice and what makes your voice stronger and irresistible, well, we have a very special friend of mine here. Her name is Danja Bauer, and she's been more than 25 years. She's been a singer, a moderator, a speaker, a speech coach for others, and she knows one or two things about voice. I mean, I've seen her on stage, I've seen her running workshops around voice, and she's incredible. And every time I'm with her in a session, I learn so much from her. So who is she? As I said, she's already been on stage more than 25 years, although I wonder maybe she started at age 2 or something, but anyhow, she has a ton of experience already. And she's really an expert, not only in the power of voice, but really also how to craft, exciting and effective and impactful presentations. And she really combines her, her two worlds, singing and speaking in front of an audience. And, I mean, she's also known as the melody speaker because she helps people craft and deliver presentations and speeches that sound and have the same impact as music. And we all know how music goes under our skin, how it touches us. So when you bring the power of the music and the impact of that together with your speaking, it makes all the difference. So I would like to introduce you now, Danja. Take the stage, come on, and inspire and empower us that we can all uplift our voice and bring our voice to a different level, because as we know, the voice makes all the difference when we speak and we want to make an impact on stage, no matter if it's online or live, right? So Danja, welcome. Great to have you with us today.
Oh, thank you, Monique, for this wonderful introduction. You really let people shine on stage with such a nice introduction. This really is a compliment which goes under my skin. So thank you very much. And I want to congratulate everyone who is attending this workshop now, because you chose to be in the right place. Voice is important, as you know, as a speaker. But let me ask a question at the very first beginning. When you are giving a presentation, you're well prepared with your speech, you're well dressed, you communicate with your body, and you also communicate with your voice. How much does voice matter in your speech? From 100%, what do you think is the percentage voice will deserve? You can put it into the chat if you want to, or even can say it. Okay, Monique, 35%. 40%, 75%, 50%. Yeah. So a high percentage, up to 1/3 at least. So there are many surveys and yeah, people who discovered that voice is very important. And let me ask another question. When you are going onto the stage, whether it's a real stage or the online stage, how much are you preparing for your voice? Are you doing vocal exercises every day? Are you doing vocal exercises at least before you enter the stage? Let me ask you this. Can you answer me this question? Sheena, yes. Absolutely. Oh, Monique. Okay, absolutely, Sheena. Sarifa, no. Okay. What about the others? No. Vocal exercises, speaking every day. Silvana, great. Bilge, no. Okay, no. Okay. So actually, we all know as a speaker, voice is important. But as I see in the chat, not many are doing vocal exercises or doing a lot of with our voice. But this is an instrument we use every day, and as you know, which is very important for your speech. There are different voices out there all around the world, but we like to hear voices which are deeper, relaxed, gentle, because we think people who have these voices, deeper voices, are more confident, are more successful. And then when we hear voices a little bit higher, we think those people are incompetent or even insecure. Maybe they aren't. And that's the problem. We need to have a voice which is very relaxed, sounds interesting, competent and confident, a deeper voice. So you might now think, okay, but I have a voice which is naturally given. Do I really can change my voice? Is voice changeable? What do you think? When I started to be a singer, I was very young. I tell you a personal story of myself. And I had a nice singing voice. I had a talent. Which I realized very soon that I have a nice singing voice. But somehow it was not strength enough. So I had to do something because I was invited to sing in a band. And I said, okay, when I sing in a band, I do not only sing ballads, I must sing pop, jazz, even rock. And I have to sing for hours and even in the night. So I said to myself, okay, I have to do something for my voice. I need to go to the vocal coach and to strengthen my voice. And what I realized is that voice is powerful. You really can do a lot to strengthen your voice. Today, normally I have a soprano voice. Yeah, I can sing very high, and I have a higher voice. But with voice exercises, I really managed it to speak deeper, and also can vary my voice, and to speak with more emotion, more excitement, and more impact. And I have a much more famous example. And this is the Prime ex-minister from Great Britain, Margaret Thatcher. And as a politician, you need to have a deeper voice to sound more confident and reliable. And let me show you how she changed her voice. You will hear now her voice before her vocal practice and after taking several lessons of vocal lessons. So I will show you now the video. This is Margaret Thatcher, okay. So her voice before and after.
I've been so busy that I haven't had really much time to think about it. After all, I know I'm still only me, and so do my family. But I'm very much aware of the responsibilities and a little bit apprehensive. Who wouldn't be when you think of the names that I follow?
Let me answer that very deeply, because I feel very strongly about it. The greatest divisions this nation has ever seen were the conflicts of trade unions towards the end of a Labour government.
Could you hear the difference? Yeah. With voice training, she was changing her voice to a much more deeper voice from half an octave, 6 half tones. This is really much. So when she can do it, when I can do it, you can do it as well. I want to show you now in the next minutes how you can obtain a powerful voice with the 5 magic voice pillars. You will learn how you can even articulate more and to speak more clearly, and how you can bring music into your voice and speak like music so that you sound more interesting and you captivate your audience attention. Do you want to start? Let's rock and roll. So I want to ask you now, what do you think are the magic pillars that you obtain a powerful voice? You can even speak to me. Let's be interactive. What are the magic pillars where you can turn on and change your voice?
What do you mean pillars as such, Danja? Is it like?
I mean, okay, the ways or the.
It's like the way how we speak, like the volume or the strength or
something like this, yeah, something like this.
Okay.
So elements what you can put in to strengthen your voice, or that your voice becomes more interesting and more
like variety, for example.
What
right?
can you do? Okay, vocal variety, for example, yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What else?
I think we can vary our voice and emphasize according to where do we need to stress it, you know, to where we're gonna emphasize is that when we change our tone and our voice, you know.
Mm-hmm. It's also vocal variety, yes, Sarifa, thank you. What else do you think what we can do?
Diaphragm breathing.
Diaphragm breathing, Sheena. Who was that, Sheena? No. Who was that? Silvana. Yeah, great. Diaphragm breathing. Yeah. What else can you do?
We can speak from to get the voice from our tummy instead of from our throat.
Yes, yeah. Diaphragm breathing as well. Yeah, great. Thank you. What else can you do?
You can use the power of pause emphasis and focus on the words that you want people to listen to.
Yes, great, Gina. Okay, so we have already some elements how we can obtain an interesting and confident feel-good voice. I discovered 5 elements, magic pillars, 5 elements, how you can obtain a wonderful, powerful voice. And these are, first, your body itself, it's your instrument, it has to be relaxed. Second, your breath. Third, your resonance. Fourth, the articulation. And the 5th and the last is speaking with melody, vocal variety. Let's dive into all these elements, because all these elements will form your voice and you will obtain a powerful voice with all these elements. Yeah, and the elements go hand in hand as well. So let's start with the first one, and this is your body. Your body has to be relaxed so that you have a feel-good voice. Because when you have any tension, then it's not good for a good voice. So what can you do to be more relaxed in your body? When I wake up in the morning, the first thing, when I open the eyes afterwards, immediately, I will stretch and lengthening my body, my legs, my arms. I will circle my shoulders. So very easy things, what you can do as well. This relaxes your body. Even when you are going onto the stage, you want to be in a good mood. When you have an argument before with your partner or whatever, yeah, and you are diving into the presentation directly, then your audience will feel it and hear it in your voice that you are stressed. So before you have a presentation, your body should be relaxed. Also, you want to be in a good mood so that you give a wonderful presentation. So this is the first thing you need to do. Relax your body. The second element for a powerful voice is the breath. I show you how the voice works. Here is a sheet of paper. Oh, you can see it. Not so good. Okay. That's the problem now. Can you see the paper? Okay. So, do you hear something now? No. But imagine a wind is passing by. What do you hear now? You hear sound. And even imagine there is wind passing by, which is much more stronger. It's even more sound. The same it is with your voice. What do you think you need to produce voice? It's a lot of air. It's breath. But most of the people, they breathe in a wrong way. Even they are holding their breath when they're speaking, or they're breathing with the chest. When you are nervous, yeah, you are breathing with your chest. This is the upper breathing. This is not much air, what you're producing for your voice. You want to breathe with your belly. with a diaphragm, as I think Sarifa already said. Yeah, because here, with your diaphragm, you produce a lot of breath and air. So let's feel it. Feel our breath. I want you to do an exercise with me. I want you to breathe in very deeply and exhale very deeply, and put your hand on your belly and feel your breath there. Even you can feel your breath on the side, on the flanks. Put your hands on the side of the belly. You can even close your eyes to feel it more. You can also put your hands on the back and feel your breath there. And even on your chest. This is really full breathing. You want to breathe with your whole body, especially with your belly, with your abdominal breathing. And I do actually, as a singer and a speaker, when I wake up, I really activate my breathing. Let's maybe I can show you how it works. So, for example, I have a sound here. Maybe Vander, or who is it? So when I wake up in the morning, I want to activate my breathing, and I do this. I swing my body. And this, you can do it with me as well if you want to. So stand up, and when you go down, you breathe in, and when you go up, you breathe out. Yeah, we are doing really silly things as a singer and as a speaker, but this really activates your whole breathing system. And when you're doing this every day, I'll tell you something, your breath becomes much more better. Yeah, because you're not breathing only here, you're breathing with your whole body, with your belly ends. This is really important for you. And what else can you do with breath? When you have a presentation, me, for example, I'm often nervous before a presentation. And what I do, I calm myself down in the way that I am breathing very deeply. So for example, count for 4 and breathe in. And then I count for 4 and breathe out. And this is what you can do as well. Who is nervous when it comes to speaking in front of a public? Yes? So really, this is a cool technique so that you calm down and that you are more relaxed. Before you go onto the stage, you take in deep breath. And this relaxes you more. And when you breathe in a relaxed way and with your abdomen, your voice is richer, is fuller, is more deeper. So this is, the breath is a magical thing you can exercise in a very easily way every day, or at least before a presentation. All right, so we learned about to have a relaxed body. We learned something about the breath. Now let's dive into the next and third magic pillar. And this is resonance. What is resonance? I mean, resonance. Does anyone know what is resonance? No? Okay. Resonance helps you to amplify your voice. It becomes much more stronger, it becomes much more richer. Resonance is vibration. Let's do a little experiment. How you can feel your vibration in your body. Because we have a lot of vibration spaces, resonance spaces. Let's call it resonance spaces. So, and the easiest way to find out your resonance is by humming. Yeah. So let's do a little experiment to feel the resonance and the vibration in your body. So you breathe in again and you hum, and then you feel your resonance on your chest, on your cheeks, on your lips. Yeah, I will show you. So breathe in and now hum. Are you humming? You hum like a beehive, yeah? So this is I love this, and I'm doing this every day as well, so humming in different vibrations. And this widens your resonance spaces and your vibration. And a very good way to obtain your feel-good voice, your convenient voice, is by humming. Imagine you are talking to your mother on the telephone, and she is talking. And you are saying, you don't say, you say, So in a very relaxed way. Yeah. And when you have this pitch, yeah, this is the best way where you should speak most of your time. Because then when you say, yeah, hello, everybody, then you speak in very relaxed way. You can speak for hours, yeah. And this is the feel-good voice. And most of the people, they speak too high. But when they discover this feel-good voice, they have all inside, yeah. Then you speak with a much more convenient voice, a deeper voice, and you are experiencing this feel-good voice with humming, a very easy way. You can even find it out when you vary and you go deeper and deeper and deeper, and the last tone where you think, okay, this tone feels relaxed. This is a deep tone where I still feel relaxed. This is the best. Yeah. So I show you. So I start, for example, very high. So this pitch is the best, where I think, okay, this is where I can sing or hum or speak the lowest, but it's still relaxed for me. Do you want to try it out as well for you now? So you start very high with humming, and you go deeper and deeper and deeper until you reach the tone where you think, okay, this is a deep tone, but it still is relaxed. Are you doing this? I can't hear you, so. But we can even put on our microphones if you want to. So let's start very high. So, okay, put on your microphone. Sheena, Bilge, Silvana, Paula. Let's start very high and go deeper and deeper with humming till you reach the tone where it's really convenient and also deep. So let's start. Oh, there are deep voices. So I love this. When I'm going to onto the stage, I'm doing this the whole time. I'm humming with my convenient voice. Then I start with this voice. And I always want to find back. Of course, you do not want to stay the whole time in this voice. This is boring. You want to alter and bring in some different aspects as well with your voice, yeah? But here, you can speak the whole time in a relaxed way. And this is the voice you should speak with very often. Yeah? Okay, this was the resonance. So resonance gives you a rich voice, a feel-good voice, a deeper voice. And this is just by doing humming. So we learned something about the body, which has to be relaxed. Then our breath, and now our resonance. And now we are diving into our fourth magic element to get a powerful voice and even to be understood very clearly. And this is articulation. Articulation. What's that? So you have different articulation tools. Yeah? This is which brings you more clarity when you're speaking. And you have to use your jaw, your lips, your teeth, your tongue. And these articulation tools, what do they have to be? They have to be relaxed. What do they have to be? Relaxed. Yeah, as your body, also your articulation tools have to be relaxed. Because when you speak with tension and you are over articulating, then it's not natural and it's even weird, yeah? And it's not authentic. So I have cool articulation exercises for you, which I'm doing every day in the morning when I wake up. So for example, to warm up your lips, I do this horse snorting. Yeah. Let's do it with me. You can even alter your tone. So it has to be very relaxed as well, yeah? This is a warm up for your lips. A warm up for your jaw is to be like, pardon?
Sorry, I can't do it, but I'm fine.
Okay, sorry, you can always ask something, it's okay. To warm up your jaw, you have to be like an idiot. So, do it with me. Yeah? Well, this is really a really good relaxation. No tension, it should be really relaxed, yeah? And you can even combine it with the, yeah? Very easy, very short. Also a good articulation technique for your tongue is this. I know it looks silly, but it's really, it is so effective. And when you're doing this at home and nobody's there, it's much more fun. And also a very, very good relaxation technique for your articulation is yawning. It's good for your soft palate. Morgan Freeman, the famous actor, said, because he has a really good voice, he says, yawning is the best thing you can do to have a powerful voice. Because then you are very relaxed as well. And of course, for your articulation, it might also be good when you are doing some tongue twisters. You can find this very easily on the internet. Just put in tongue twisters. And there are, for example, Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Yeah. So you will find there a lot. And when you are practicing this every day, your articulation becomes much more better and you will be understood. Your speaking is much more clearer. But realize over-articulation, because I've seen some people who really over-articulate. This is really weird and it's inauthentic. But you relax with no tension. This makes your voice powerful. Okay, we've heard something about the body has to be relaxed. Your breath is very important, abdominal breathing, especially your resonance, your vibration of your body, and your articulation. And now it comes the fifth and last magic element to form your powerful voice and even speak with interest and really captivate your audience. And this is voice melody. Speak like music. So let me ask you, what can you do to speak in an interesting way, to speak like music? Imagine you're hearing music. I mean, this is not monotone. Music has different aspects. It's always changing, even in one song. What is music using that it becomes so much more interesting and really is emotional? What do you think? Gina, did you want to say something?
Yes, I'm just thinking, I have a house full of musicians. And so that's very interesting because it is about the vocal variety, the variance, the pausing, and actually learning the scale, like do, dear and Sound of Music, learning to do the vocal variety by singing a song. And because my boys are musicians, they use vocal variety in lots of different ways too. Yeah.
Yeah, and what are the elements, Sheena? What do you use?
Oh, the elements is about, it's about, I think it's, you go from soprano, alto, tenor. They've all got different variances in their voice, so they would all sing different if you were in an orchestra. So if you were in an orchestra, you've got 40 people doing 40 different varieties, and when they come together, it's very musical.
Yeah. So,
but they do lots, you know, when they were not so much now, but when they were starting out as in music, they did a lot with the scale. you know, using the scale, expanding on the scale, then starting off with simple music, using the variety in the scale. Don't know if that's helpful or if that links.
That's a good element of.
And one of the things they use is a metronome. And they don't now, but in the beginning they had a metronome, which actually gave them the rhythm, you know. So as well as the scale, they had the rhythm and how quickly and how fast and slow that you went.
Yes, we're coming into great, Sheena. Great. So there are also 5 magic elements to speak like music, to use vocal variety, to use voice melody. And these are the volume, speak loudly or more softly, the pace, to speak quick or slow, the pitch, the high tone or the lower tone, then the pace I already said, the pitch, and the tone. The tone is with tone you produce emotion, for example, and the pause. You already mentioned the pause, yeah. These are the elements of voice melody, and I want to dive into these voice melody elements because I think voice melody is very important for everyone. So let's start with the volume. When you speak loudly, this adds energy and excitement to your speech. And when you speak softly, as Monique is doing very well, then you create intimacy and also importance. So you really have to change from loud to soft. The second element is pace. When you speak quickly, very quickly, yeah, so I tend to speak very quickly, then this produces excitement, passion, even urgency. And when you speak slower and more deliberate, then you emphasize important things. Or even when you have speech information which is very difficult to understand, then you have to slow down. So every one of us has a natural speaking rhythm, as you already mentioned, Sheena. So I speak very, very fast, so really I have to slow down. But of course, when you always speak in a slow motion, then it even becomes boring as well. So you really have to change from quick and slower parts. Okay, this is the pace. The next thing what you can do with vocal variety is pitch. And pitch is, this is what Sheena already mentioned as well. Pitch is the position of your voice on a vocal range. So you can speak very high and you can speak very deep, yeah? And of course, you want to alter, and you want to stay in your convenient voice in very long time, but also alter, yeah? So that it becomes more interesting for your audience. And the fourth element, the next element is tone. And with tone, you can bring emotion, you can bring in color, you can even show mood. And this is what I want you now to experience. I put a sentence into the chat. It's a very, let's say, easy sentence. It's sure, I love you. This is the sentence. And you can say it in different tones. For example, you can say it sincerely. You can say it sadly. You can say it lovingly, despairingly, importantly, shyly, for example. Different moods. So is anyone here who wants to practice with me the sentence and speak in a different tone? Yeah, come on, you can practice now. As I wrote down.
Sure, I'll go.
Don't be too shy. Ah, Silvana, great. So take this sentence, yeah, and speak it in the different tones with sincere, sadly, lovingly, despairingly, importantly, shyly. All right, it's your turn.
And which sentence?
Sure, I love you. You start with sincere, then sadly, you say it sadly, lovingly, okay?
Sure. I love you. Sure. I love you. Sure. I love you. Sure, I love you. Sure, I love you.
Yeah, great. Well done. See, this makes a difference. Cool. Does anyone else want to try as well?
Okay, I can say. Sure, I love you. Sure, I love you. Sure, I really love you. Sure, I love you. Sure, I love you.
Yeah, sorry for, yeah, great, great. See, did you feel it? Did you feel it? It's so amazing when you put into tone. Wow, this is really incredible. Last time I was at Toastmasters and somebody was giving a speech and he was using storytelling, which is a good presentation tool always, but he wasn't using tone. He was speaking, for example, about an office which is near the seaside and you can see an ocean view. And he was telling something like this, yeah? And I said, when you put into tone and you say, the office is this ocean view, then it becomes much more an impact. This is vocal variety. And this is what you need to bring in, yeah? As well as you said, pause. The sound of silence is also a very good element of vocal variety. Because pause gives your audience the time to think about what you have said. And you also can strengthen or emphasize very important points with pauses. So again, the elements of vocal variety are the volume, the pace, the pitch, the tone, and pausing. And what you can do to practice this vocal melody is you certainly have a written speech document before you enter onto the stage. You prepare your speech and you've written down everything. And then you can highlight, for example, some words which you want to use in a different way, which you want to emphasize, for example, and highlight these words and say, okay, here I want to speak more louder, or here I want to speak more softer, or here I want to bring in sadness, or here I want to bring in more emotion and turn it into on a little bit and speak more, quicker. Yeah. So this is really what you can experiment a lot, and which will bring much more fun for your speech, for you and your audience. So these were the 5 key elements. Again, have a relaxed body. Breathe with your belly. Feel your resonances with humming. Articulate very well and use vocal variety. And then you will rock the stage with your powerful voice.
Great, amazing, Danja.
Thank
I mean,
you.
can we all give her, you know, like a golf clap or a little bit of an applause or something? She's done a great job, right? I mean, again, you know, I mean, I have been a speaker for, you know, also myself more like around 20 years, and still making ourselves aware again. You know, I mean, we should watch this session, you know, at least once a week or once a month, and just again make ourselves aware again. Because, you know, even if we know the things, we need to really bring them into our daily life, right? So Sarifa is saying, thank you, Danja, for those nuggets. So I think we have still a couple of minutes left. So if any one of you would love to ask questions, right? I mean, you know, Danja, this is what you work on with your clients, and not only on voice, but also on their presentation, on their speeches. So all of you, if you want to reach out to Danja, please do so. She's also part of our Heart Power Global Nation. You can meet her there. But hey, let's see what questions are coming up, because I'm sure there's questions from some of you, right? So either put them into the chat or just unmute yourself and ask your questions. So maybe we start off with one while everyone else is getting their questions ready. Danja, is again, you saying, hey, warm up your voice, work with your voice, right?
Yeah.
So
I mean,
say more
really
about the importance to really do a little bit of work every single day, because we are not only on stages as speakers, we are speaking to people, and that also makes a difference, right? So being aware of these elements and using them on stage and in our daily life is important, right?
Wow. Okay, yeah. Does anyone have a question about the power of voice?
Okay, so there's a question from Wanda. She's saying, what foods to avoid prior to speaking to avoid excess phlegm?
Excess
So
phlegm.
water voice, you know, is there something that you shouldn't eat or drink before you're stepping onto stage?
Okay, yeah. Yeah. What I avoid drink sparkling water, for example. So this is, I drink natural water, and even herbal teas. This is good for your voice. And also avoid eating spicy food like chili. Yeah, because this is stress for your voice. So these things you should avoid. Yeah. Milk, yeah, cheese, chocolate, yeah. Actually, I eat cheese and chocolate, but I know there are some people who are reacting to this milk, cheese, chocolate thing as well, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and things that are too hot or too cold, right? I mean, things like that as well.
Yeah.
Great. Any other great question?
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Hey, Danja. Thank you so much. It was very interesting. It was a lot of fun, especially all the vocal exercises. I will be doing them a lot. I have a question, and maybe your answer is going to be related to the vocal exercises, but I have a tendency to lose my voice after for example, if I spend a long time at a conference or an event and I'm speaking a lot, or if I'm doing like a lot of conference calls and things like that. I don't know why, but then like my pitch goes like a lot lower. I really sound like a dude. So is there anything that I can do to avoid that? Because I don't know if maybe I'm forcing the voice somehow, and that's what's causing it.
Is your voice getting scratchy, or what does it?
Oh, I sound really like this.
Ah,
Goes very, yes.
it goes very deep. Okay.
Sometimes it goes away completely, so I really do lose it. So I can barely say
Okay.
it.
Yeah. Okay. So, are you doing vocal exercises every day?
Of course not.
So when you
I'm here.
but Paola, when you have to speak a lot,
Yeah.
this is a marathon
Yeah.
for your voice. Imagine an athlete is going onto for example, he needs to run very, very fast and he hasn't done any exercise. What do you think he will get? Best winner? No. He might be the loser because he didn't exercise. So voice is, we have many muscles. We have to train them every day. So I told you, when I wake up every morning, I do my vocal exercises, and these are so simple ones. And we know it wakens up not only your voice, it also wakens up your body. So do this stretching, this humming, the breathing, as I showed you. There are several things you can do. I just showed you a little bit of what I know.
Okay.
Yeah. But really do, when you have to speak a lot,
yeah.
You need to have a powerful voice. And all these things like breathing, being relaxed in your body, and articulation and resonance, this all produces a powerful voice and helps you to speak longer. Yeah. Definitely. And also drink water and herbal tea, because this what is it? Feuchtigkeit,
humidity.
Humidity. Yeah, your voice needs humidity as well. Yeah. So that it becomes soft. This is also helping you. Yeah. But really, exercise every day. When you speak very often, exercise is the key. Every day.
Thank you.
Great, and there is a question from Gulis as well. It's like, how do we avoid, taking on, going high pitch when she's getting excited?
The first thing, it's good that you realize this, because there are some people out there who don't realize that they are speaking in a high pitch. You want to find your feel-good voice, yeah? So always remember, okay, come back to your voice, which is deeper and relaxed, yeah? And yeah, but of course, when you're a little bit excited, then it's okay, but come back again to your feel-good voice. And you can practice this by humming, yeah? So if you know your feel-good voice, your convenient voice, your relaxed voice, then you know where you have to come back.
Great, there's a lot of more thank yous coming in. Any other question from anyone? I think we are coming to the end of the hour, but anyone else? I just want to make sure we are answering all the questions that might be there. Okay, it's just Sarifa saying, thank you so much, Danja.
Yeah, thank you as well. So if you liked this session, this power of voice, I'm really glad that you give me a recommendation on LinkedIn, for example. Yeah, so I really looking forward. Just go onto LinkedIn after this workshop and leave me a nice recommendation. Would be great.
Definitely, and also connect with Danja. Of course, she is, you can find her on LinkedIn under her name, easy to find. And then also she's a member of the Heart Parrot Global Nation, right? So if you're not part of that community yet, where we are bringing together speakers and entrepreneurs, business leaders, change makers to really connect and learn from each other. Like, again, there's amazing people like each of you and Danja in there. So you can connect there with each other further as well. And good, it looks like we don't get any more questions in for the time being, Danja. I think you've done an amazing job to share, okay, and to inspire all of us. And again, all of you, you know what to do. First, at least 5 minutes in the morning every day, okay, move up and down, get your body into swing, get your voice into swing, and then you're ready to take someone, your mom's phone call or someone else's, right? And again, it's not only on stage, like, you know, what Danja and I are saying, it's also when you speak to clients, when you work with partners, you know, every time you speak and you use your voice, do the exercise before you record a video for Facebook or, you know, LinkedIn or YouTube. You know, use these exercises. Your voice makes a big difference every time. Okay, so go for it. Okay, work on your voice, and you will, all your audience, you will wow your audience, you will inspire them. They can't get enough from you. And Danja, thank you so much for being here with us. Next month we're going to have another guest, and I would like to still do what we said at the beginning also. Is there anyone here that wants to announce something? Do you need any kind of support with something? Do you have something you would like to let everyone else know? Now would be the space. Anyone? Because this is also the opportunity to connect with each other. Yes, go ahead. No one has anything?
Yeah. Monique, I've got a 6-week Create a New Speaking World course starting over 6 weeks, which will be live on Facebook or Zoom. And so that, if that was interesting for the group.
Wonderful. If that resonates with you, get in touch with Sheena Walkers. Okay, again, Sheena, are you part of our Heart Power Global Nation already?
I'm not sure. I don't think I am. So could you just say what the name of the group is again, slowly?
I put a link in here again into the chat, so please check it out, because on Wednesdays, every Wednesday, we have Promotion Wednesday as well, so that when you have something to announce, you can let everyone know, okay? But a community is obviously not only to announce things, it's really also to connect and exchange and support each other.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Roger, I know you have a workshop coming up. You want to say something about that?
I'd love to, yes. Thank you for the opportunity. For any of you that are wanting to improve and develop your resilience during these unprecedented times, I've actually taken my signature River of Resilience workshop online, and anyone that is a member of the Heart Powered global community, there are fully funded places available, and the link will be on the Wednesday promotion post tomorrow. I'd love to see as many of you there as possible. Thank you.
That's very generous of you. That would be great. Okay. And everyone, that I think we can all do with a little more resilience right now, right? So I think that's perfect. Great. Anyone else?
If anyone would like to be a part of or to be interviewed with our Say Hey podcast, that would be lovely. If you want to be part of it, if you have to promote something or you're speaking or anything, I would love to anybody to be invited for that Say Hey podcast.
And who is that audience, Zarifa?
It's a podcast. The audience is like all the general audience.
Yeah, but
yes.
Again, yeah, okay. So, but every podcast has a purpose that is addressing certain types of people, right?
That's for leaders, because we are trying to delve into the minds of geniuses from different areas, different categories, like those who are leaders, managers, politicians, moms. So it's actually for general, because we get different speakers from, like we get politicians, speakers, actresses, actors, authors, speakers, managers. Yeah.
So it's really like it's just an inspiring kind of mix of topics you're covering.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you for the opportunity. I know a lot of you want to be on podcasts right now and get your voice shared in greater ways, right? Thank you. Good. Anything else? Okay, I know that you're all working on something. So next month is the next opportunity. And again, as I said, in our Heart Power Global Nation every Wednesday, there's an opportunity to share with the world amazingness that you are launching and that you're sharing. So join us in that one. And again, a wholehearted thank you, Danja, to you in the first place for being with us, you know, and sharing your more than 25 years of stage time experience. on how to make our voice stronger. And I'm going to pick up some of the hints and going to integrate them into my regular practice and exercise. So thank you. And all of you, thank you for doing the amazing work you do. Thank you for being brave enough to share your voice, for helping others in the current times. It's more important than ever. And again, let's make sure that we really use our voice in the strongest way to inspire others, to empower others, to encourage others, and to really do, you know, the amazing work all of us are doing. Okay, good. So thank you all for being on with us today, and you know, looking forward to seeing you in our Heart Powered Global Nation, to connect, to exchange, to support each other in greater ways. And yeah, we're going to be back next month with another amazing guest. So looking forward to that. But again, thank you, Danja, for sharing your wisdom with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you, and thanks all of you, and have a fabulous day. And we'll be in touch. Okay. All the best. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Danja. Thanks, Monique. Bye all.
Thank you so much, everyone, and good night, good morning, good evening, wherever you are.
All over the globe here today.